Patrik, delighted to have you here talking at the conference. You are a great philosopher. Are we going in the right direction for future cities?
No. We have two problems which seem initially be paradoxical in the way they tie up together, and I will talk about the paradox of having something I would call garbage spill urbanization without a faceless, identityless spill, which everybody is distracted by and upset about for the last 40 years. And that seems to be to do with lack of regulation, lack of planning. At the same time, as I'm saying, we have too much planning. We're stifling development through very, very rigid forms of planning, which at the same time can control and give face to the city. So I want to invert these trajectories and get the planning out of the way and allow the programmatic order of the city to self-organize. And then I also have to let architects and designers free to articulate that programmatic order through a formal, stylistic, visual, spatial-visual order. And for that, we need more than freedom. We also need to have an ethos of convergence, as architects, the discipline needs to take charge of its duties, while developers should take charge of the, I think, programmatic intricacies and synergies of the city. So I think there is a possibility, but I'm not hopeful in the immediate future.
And I was reading about future construction trends for this year, and there is this idea that the developer and the council and the architect all comes together really over the money and the risk. Is that not such a good idea? Because although that might save a few pennies, maybe, and everybody knows what's happening with the money, it's going to stifle architects. There is this sense that, architects don't have so much of a voice these days.
Well, I mean, I think we would have a voice if the developer has more of a voice. I think that I don't see the contradiction there. Where I see the problem is that we have politicized the problem and the process and the city too much. We have too much cooks on the table through a political process. That's where I see the problem, because, for instance, we have land use allocations which are rigid for decades and not matching up and not agile and pliable enough for contemporary uses. We have standards in place which prevent a more agile response to market demand and to what people would love and see in the city. So the program mixes, the unit sizes, the unit mixes are not happening, and also there's a lot of interference when it comes to the giving an expressive physiognomy to the city, which should be our task as designers. So there we get impositions of certain materials, certain window formations, certain roof features, and even though that is meant to give coherence to the city, it actually doesn't happen, it doesn't work. These impositions don't deliver. And I think, although there isn't a guarantee that more freedom would deliver, there's at least a chance. And then this would be really our responsibility as architects. At the moment, the responsibility is taken away from us, and we don't have the space to allow our creativity to deliver.